Gotta move the mic and let's get close to it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Welcome to Fake Gamers Lounge. This isn't a Nerd Vibes.
This is not a Nerd Vibes.
Because Jake is here and he's normally, prone to being on.
Matt wanted a Halloween session and no one said anything about coming over, so I have to once again be
tricky because
I'm once again obligated to.
There is going to be another person I'm going to be having a session with tomorrow. But, I was like to you, okay, which day works for you, Saturday or Sunday? And
it didn't really,
Saturday.
Didn't really matter,
Yeah.
Plus, I didn't want to, interfere with your time, so it's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so, we were talking before the podcast
off camera
started, yeah, and we're pretty much talking about
not off camera, off mic.
Yeah, off mic. Yeah. I mean, we can turn the camera on. Face reveal. I can't wait for Gary here to do a face reveal. It's gonna be so epic. I've been seeing Jake's face too much. Ugly bitch.
For real facts.
I bet Gary has a girlfriend who loves him very so.
I mean, why is my Halloween costume Fan of the Opera? He's a fucking deformed, ugly dude.
Dude, we should make FGC costumes, and it's just Shaggy, and for you, it's who will you be?
There was the meme in the server, the angry video game nerd.
Oh yeah, angry video game nerd. Yeah,
but that was when I was healthy.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really.
The pandemic happens.
Yeah, pandemic happens.
Yeah, we should
mental health
kind of talk about that, honestly.
What?
I don't think we've talked in detail about what the time was like during the pandemic for us all that much on the channel. I will just say though,
this is COVID related.
Yes, this is gonna be a COVID-19 episode. I don't think this is the 19th episode, unfortunately.
That's my favorite video. That's my favorite video.
Dude, this is gonna be the best podcast.
That's my favorite video on YouTube. The Howie, you've seen that video, right?
The what video?
The Howie Mandel COVID thing.
Howie Mandel.
Oh my god, no.
Well,
oh my god,
dude! I saw so much shit during that time. I probably did, but I forgot.
One of my favorite YouTubers, it was the meme on the channel, and I just found it so funny that I looked up what it was, and I just laughed. So you know Howie Mandel, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Germaphobe.
So he posted a freaking TikTok where he. Oh my god! You're probably gonna have to censor this, but he posted a picture of a guy's prolapsed anus, and he's like, "So my buddy Neil bent over, and this happened. Does anyone know? Is this COVID related? And if it is, what do we do about it?" Ow. That was the whole thing, and then it just ends.
I feel like I remember that, but so much shit has happened since then. I just that's the bottom of the bill now for objectively important things. So funny. Because I feel
that's why in the server we're in, the Hangouts or whatever, every time I get pinged, I just write, "So is this COVID related?"
What the fuck?
And no one gets it. I'm the only one. No one wants me to elaborate why I'm asking if this at everyone is COVID related.
I feel like I remember that though. What the fuck? Such a specific video. I'm pretty sure I saw another Howie Mandel video during the pandemic. Sure.
There's lots, but that's just the one that's just so out there.
That's just the one that caught you off guard, huh?
No, yeah. I just my favorite YouTube channel is Razzle, and they do drunk commentaries.
Oh, yeah.
And they did a drunk commentary for Over the Hedge, and Howie Mandel's in that movie, so that's all they were fucking talking about.
Really? Is the exterminator guy?
He's the turtle.
Oh, I didn't know that. I honestly didn't know that. I figured he would be the exterminator guy.
No, he's the turtle.
He gives me that vibes because he wants to clean everything.
No, he's the turtle.
Yeah.
It's just so funny. I love that. Well, no, I don't like the picture that he has in green screen with him is just so gross. So I don't watch like the image is still burned into my head, but I have to watch the green screen version because it still makes me like. We're gonna watch.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
It's so fucking funny.
Wait, so in the actual video, it has that
the actual
penis.
No, it's an asshole.
It's an asshole.
It's a a prolapsed anus. It's like your asshole like rips out of your. It's super gross.
Oh.
It's really gross.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, it's really gross.
Okay. Alright. Yeah.
This Nerd Vibe episode should just be, is this COVID related?
I heard there was a new Kirby game that came out. It looks cute.
Is this COVID related?
Yeah. Kirby catches COVID by inhaling germs.
Oh yeah, so besides our funny like tangent, we were talking about the pandemic. I mean, like the first few months when like it started, I was alright.
They were very epic. The first couple of months, March, April, May, kinda.
May I like went.
May is when things started going downhill.
Yeah, May I had a mental health thing.
Yeah.
And then it just, and it's still something I still am like trying to recover from.
Yeah.
So, like it's. I'm getting better, but it's still like a process where it's like like healing is not really like a lot. What the stigma of like mental health is like that you can just get better like that. But
yeah,
it's like
no.
but heal like it's not like a straight line sort of thing. Like for healing, it's some days you'll feel better, then you'll go. But yeah, it's all over the place.
Yeah, it's like a chart kind of thing. I go through multiple up and downs.
I know my work wasn't really affected by it.
Oh, so you still had to go?
Yeah, my job's essential. So
yeah,
yeah.
Mine wasn't. Apparently, fucking censoring clothes isn't essential. So whatever.
But
people wore that to not be naked. Whatever.
So
fucking liberals.
The only thing like happened was once it started to get really bad, they gave us an extra day off. I got so used to it that I did request that I would change my hours so I would have a 3-day weekend. It just felt more comfortable for me because it would give me more time to like just have time for myself.
Yeah, just heal. Mentally heal.
Yeah, and
physically.
A couple years later, I'm still having that schedule.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Yeah, like I said, May was the time when everything went shitty, and there were early signs of the pandemic starting to be shitty in April at that time. Because like, everyone in FTC knows why the pandemic was like such a disaster for me. Mm-hmm. I'm not really going to specify the reason here, but like it has to do with relationships, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna get into detail. Maybe a decade or two from now.
During that time, my best friend moved, so
yeah,
it was so rough. Like literally, like it was. I'm trying to remember. So and then like that, my best friend moved like early March.
Yeah.
So that was when like COVID was like kind of coming out, like
it was cooking.
But then up. And then like maybe like a week or two later, like that one guy we talk about a lot.
Yeah.
He wanted to hang out with me, and this girl that we've like literally we've both simultaneously had a crush on. So it's like
epic.
Yeah. It's a mess. But that's when but when we were hanging out, that was like probably the last thing I probably did before everything started closing because we were literally talking in the car like things were starting to close.
Yeah. Oh my god! I remember the day prior, I think, or the day of, more especially. Like I went to work March 12th, the day like everything was starting to close. I think everyone just remembers that day for the most part. Because I was getting out of work and then I went on Twitter I saw, I think the NBA had suspended their season like the day prior, and then I was like, okay, when is the NHL going to do it? Because that's the league I actually pay attention to. And then the 12th, I think, is when they suspended their season, and then I had a wave of sadness. And that was also the day when, you know, I did something very important in terms of confession, and I was also dreading that as well. So, like, the whole world is crumbling down beneath me and everyone else. And also, I told someone how I really felt deep down in my heart. So, it's just like a whole collage of mental breakdowns in my head. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an awful time. I also think just people's reactions did not make it feel better. We would still try to do takeout and stuff, and my father, he refused to wear a mask. He was one of those.
Yeah.
The context to this day, I still wear one. Like you know me, like you saw me, like I'll if I'm I won't wear one when I'm going to someone's house, but if I'm going out in public, I will wear one.
Yeah.
Because
I loved having to wear a mask because I get so much acne that's just like, yes, I can cover it up finally. You know?
Yeah.
I get it on my chin area, and it's really fucking annoying. I still get some occasionally. I wear it to work. I wear a mask to work as well.
Yeah, and it's just it's also just so many people did not want to wear one, and they didn't care or anything. It just made me like I said, I'm OCD, so it's I'm I'm not trying to get sick or anything.
Exactly.
But I did end up getting COVID a few months ago,
and he's dead. I'm recording this podcast alone.
I'm a ghost.
What if
I'll talk about.
What if some random person watches this video and it's just me going yeah, I got sickness a couple of times. How about you? And then it's just silence, and I'm like, yeah, I love that part too.
You're using a Ouija board to get me here.
Yeah.
So I talked about it in a Minecraft live stream. I talked about when I got COVID. I got so this was in early May of this year.
Yeah.
And I didn't know I had it. I woke up the day I was going to see Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. I got up to get ready. All I noticed was my throat was sore, and I just assumed that I was just having allergies because it was starting to get warmer, and so I was just I have allergies or whatever. And then I went to the movies. Next day, went to the gym, and then it was still a throat, and then during that weekend, my sinuses started, that kind of sinuses where your voice changes. And then I went to work for a couple days. Then my mom was like, "You sound sick. Are you okay?" I'm like, I'm fine. It's just allergies. And she goes, "Well, the new COVID strain is like allergies. You should probably take a test." I'm like, "Okay." So I took an at-home test. Came back positive. I was freaking out. I was like, "Oh no!" But and she gave me a bunch of treatment, medication, kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I took two. I took one one at night, one in the morning, and then I called my work and I was like, I got COVID.
I'm dead now.
Yeah.
Please fire me. I'm a ghost. Ooh, I'm gonna shit in your pants.
And fortunately, when I called, it was my last day of the week.
Yeah.
So I had the entire weekend
to heal. Essentially.
And by the time I did call them, I was feeling a bit better and then I went back to work that Sunday.
Yeah.
So fine. So I'm very that it was just the allergy strain.
Yeah,
and
fortunate. Yeah.
It wasn't anything
I feel like I must have had COVID, but on the other hand, I feel like I would have died if I got it.
And I'm also glad that I'm so clean, like
Yeah.
that I did not get anyone else in my house sick.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Like, I don't know.
I know, and I remember my grandparents bring me to the gym, and I called them like that morning when I called them, and I said, I got COVID. I felt so bad that I felt bad, and when I went with my uncle to the movies, he has a baby.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I was like, I feel bad that I went out when I had COVID, and but I didn't know. Even when I called my work, I said I just thought it was allergies, and they completely understood, because like, how would you even know?
Yeah. But it's just the flu, though.
Okay, right-wing boomer. Okay.
It's just the flu. There's vaccines for that. I didn't take any of them, but you know what? It's just the flu. It's fine. It'll get done.
Vaccine don't work.
And then it still exists in the summer. Like, are you stupid? I don't know, man. I hate those people. It's just like all those fucking conspiracy people. Just fucking dumbasses.
Oh my god. Now them with the Kanye shit, like.
See, this one gets it. What about you, other?
Kanye's a genius. He knows what he's doing.
I love that so much because like
he's always. I'll just say this: like everything about Kanye, this has always been a thing for people who like Kanye. That he's this misunderstood genius who knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
But then I see like posts by people we went to high school with being like, dude, he's under mind control and the Illuminati and the MK Ultra and
Yeah, I follow someone we went to high school with on Twitter, Bill. He SoundCloud rapper. I'm saying the first part of his name.
Did we have a certain class with him?
Yes.
Okay.
He's black.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him. The last time I had any sort of reaction to him is when I saw No Way Home, and I messaged that I was going to the movies. I posted like a picture of me and like a spam machine being like, I'm going to the movies, I'm so hyped. And he's like, I'm seeing it Sunday, let's go. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, movie's pretty hype. That was the last. I still have him on a few things, so I don't really talk to him, and I know who you're referring to.
Yeah.
What did he say? Because I want to hear. Was it about Kanye?
He hates Kanye.
Okay, so he's based then.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing, like, I want to like Kanye because, like, when he isn't doing this shit, he's just, like, such a goofy little guy. But, like, when he's saying this shit, it's just like, come on. Really? Come on. How can I laugh now? Like, I want to be able to laugh and not be like, oh, right. Like, you know the thing he said about Jews, right? Where it's just like, it's ran by Jews in the media and, like, they'll cancel you or some shit. When there's, like, a new tweet from, like, a large media account that's just like, so-and-so deplatformed or, like, got rid of Kanye. And there's so many people.
I liked with the him and the Pete Davidson beef. I liked that. I liked the fucking post where he was like, "I'm coming for you," and it's just this picture of a guy choking another guy by but that was before his Instagram got deleted.
Yeah.
But, that was funny. And then he posted like a freaking edited poster of Civil War with like Billie Eilish and like he was beefing with everyone.
Yeah.
He was beefing with you too. You just don't know it yet.
Dude, if me and Kanye had beef, it'd be something. I wish we'd have beef. Like me, it just like I don't know like the full like context of like what's going, because I don't really pay attention to that stuff. I like with like politics, like I don't really pay attention. I don't like talking about like real world stuff. It just makes me uncomfortable. Like it's just like it's not like it's always something very unpleasant that like it's just like I think it's just news. But like seeing a guy we went to high school with who was black saying "I stand with Kanye" just did not sit right with me. Who? I don't want to. I'm obviously. I'll tell you off mic. Do you want to text it to me through Discord and then I can do a live reaction? Yeah. Alright.
Give me a second.
And then I'll tell the story, because, like, well,
you probably don't know him, but he was one of those, you probably don't remember him, but you might.
I might.
But he was one of those, he was popular, but,
Oh! I didn't expect him to... Wow. He seems like he would be against that.
Yeah, he posts all the fucking time. Like he won't. He posts constantly. But he was like, "I stand with Kanye," and I was like, "Really?" Like,
I think
he was wearing an he was wearing a White Lives Matter shirt. Like, like come on.
Yeah, like,
which was like, and it's like, well, and I see people defending it like. Well, white lives do matter, and we're not saying it isn't, but we're not saying it isn't. Matter. It's just the thing is just that White Lives Matter campaign was started by people who, racist or whatever, who did not like the BLM movement.
Yeah,
making like that sort of counter. That's just what it is. That's why it's like, that's just, and I don't want to get into like that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
I really don't. It's just. A lot of them. This is my thing with like just like political issues in general. It's just like I really don't want to have an opinion on it. I just know that there's people already out there speaking about it that maybe that I morally agree with that have louder voices than I do. So I will just let them do the fight.
Yeah,
and I know it's and like now as we're recording, like election day is coming up, and they're pushing so hard to like someone to go out and vote, and I'm just like I don't want to vote.
Yeah, like every
I don't know these people.
Up,
I don't know any of these people.
Why do I need to bother? I live in Massachusetts. It's always going to be Democratic, no matter what. So like, why should I bother? Like even if I was a hardcore Republican, it's like
I don't like either of them. I think they're both like
I'm in the middle as well.
I know. I like how when people in the middle just like they're like you fucking centrist piece of shit. Like
it's like okay.
So I just have no political affiliation.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
but
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't like either side. I think just at the end of the day, they just I don't want to turn this into like this like political conspiracy podcast or whatever. Yeah. But I just feel like they're both just dumb.
Yeah.
Like
definitely.
And it's like, and when you just think about like with the presidential election, like the reason Biden won was because everyone wanted Trump out.
Yeah.
And Biden's like it's like Biden, you don't need like an opinion. It's like you don't need to be like right wing or you have to admit Biden's not doing a good job.
Biden has had some moments, but
like we're having like
he's at best.
But inflation shit like
yeah.
Like I want to like food shortages like it's crazy, and like context at my house. I know you're allergic, so you might get triggered, but my family we needed more peanut butter for the house. Peanut butter.
Oh. Yeah.
And they were sold out everywhere. That's crazy. So this is what my family had to do. They were fortunate enough that they were able to find some on Amazon, but you couldn't buy just one container. You had to buy a 2-pack of the super large containers.
What?
Yeah.
Why can't you just buy one?
They're out of it.
What is the point?
So, yeah, just and back to everyone just voted for Biden to get Trump out. The next election for presidential is going to be the same thing, but for Biden, it's going to be the same thing. It's just they're just voting. They're voting on emotion and not like what they actually
exactly like. That's how every election is. That's what every election in history has been. Just get this guy out of here, Get this fucker out of here. We can't stand him anymore. And then they do the same thing with that guy if he's elected. It's just I don't know, man. Obama put kids in cages, by the way.
What?
He also bombed children. But no, he's a good president because he's black. So surely
I really don't want to. I really don't want. Like I said, I don't really go into these details. It's not my thing.
Going into them either.
There was a big a couple months ago, like late June, about a certain bill being like overturned, and I saw posts about it nonstop, and like I want to like tell this story.
My God.
About that one debate, I stay completely out of this debate because I don't want to get into it because obviously I'm a dude, so like not my place to like, and like, but I'm like a quick story. I like, you know what, like I will say this, in terms of me, I did used to post about politics.
Yeah.
But the one time I posted about that A word, I got yelled at and was forced to watch against my will. I'm being serious. A video of the actual process.
Oh my God. Oh no.
And my mom was like, so this is what you're for? Like the dead babies, you like that?
Oh, she's one of those people. Oh no. Alright, listen.
Like, you know, like so ever since then I stopped posting about politics. I'll post about whatever I'll post about everything like nerd related. That's why we have nerd vibe.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my, this is just my point of view on it. I'm indifferent, but
okay. Like I said, this isn't my place to.
I would
say anything
want
about
to
it.
have, people who are able to give physically birth to other people the choice for themselves. If people don't want to have a board, then they don't have to. But if they do want to, then they should be able to. Now, something that's even deeper is in Texas, if an underage girl gets stuffed,
pregante,
yes, and wrapped,
yep,
she has to have that baby.
Well, it is because she's underage, so
it is
consent. So that's so it is.
But Texas is just like, well, if you have if you get rid of it, you go into jail. So you have to have your rapist's baby.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
A lot of it's just very.
So yeah, good job, Texas.
I know people like who are female and they post like,
I can't
they're like I literally can't have one. I'm on like these. I have these sort of medical conditions. I can't have one, but you want me to have one. It's so convoluted, and like we should just kind of move on because it was like this isn't like a.
I just want to say one more thing about it. It broke my heart when I saw, all these women, whatever it was. I think it was DC, like cheering about it, and it's like no. That's bad for you. You should not be able to not have a choice on that. You should be able to do whatever you want. Oh my God, it's so backwards. Going backwards, it's just not good.
I know. I feel like with the pandemic, people are just so at home that they just haven't touched grass in so long. That they're just so fucking... like let's talk. Now we can talk about the fucking... people fighting that woke agenda because we talked about this while we were playing Mario Kart, but it's so like literally like it's like every time there's a person of color, someone gay, blah blah blah, it's always that they're pushing this agenda. And you know what, like, is it forced sometimes? Sure. But and it's not like a bad thing. It's just what makes it like sort of toxic is just they're not doing it for the right intentions. They're doing it just to get money, to appeal and make money. Yeah, that's all that it's.
It's like, look at these black people and these gay people, like and these gay black people.
Like we talked about this like before, but like with Velma, like the Velma trailer.
I hate that.
That's all they were doing is just making this. They were literally poking the bear. They were like
all I saw from that trailer was like, she's black now, but she's not gay. So, taking that what you will.
I know people were mad about that too, but I was like, I always knew she was. Like, they literally, like... But what I said was, like, I just saw a lot of misinformation that the creators of Scooby-Doo were always intended, but the guys they were referring to were not the creators of Scooby-Doo. They were the showrunners for a newer version of Scooby-Doo.
The HBO one?
No, not HBO.
Oh, one of the later ones.
It's called... It's actually my favorite... my favorite interpretation of Scooby-Doo is Mystery Incorporated. It ran for like a couple seasons, and then it got
Is that
canceled.
the one where like they had those small eye dots?
It was the one that's known as being very dark. That's what I should say.
Was that the one that had the supernatural guys on it?
I don't think so. I think that was just like its own thing, but it was in like the early 2010s.
Oh,
it's very good. I watched it when it was on Netflix, and it's off Netflix now. But it's very good. It's very good. Like
Scooby-Doo
Mystery Incorporated. That's what it's called.
Mystery Incorporated.
It has one of the best openings.
I think I might have seen it. Oh yeah, so yeah, this is.
Yeah, I love it. I love the
because this version had the supernatural guys on it.
I don't think it was like they did an episode. I think
it was a special.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the one I watched as well.
Yeah, it was the showrunners of that show. They were pulling up the article that they had Velma like, you know, be like closeted kind of thing because like in the show she dates Shaggy.
Yeah.
Then they break up, and then you kind of see like there's some tension, like some romantic tension between her and this other girl. So like, you know, I always knew it was a thing. Like if you want to go back even further, the live action Scooby-Doo movie, they did want her to be gay, but they you know, early 2000s Hollywood was like, you can't do that.
Kanye is like, those early 2000 Jews, you mean?
So like, but like I said, like I just did not appreciate the misinformation because we all know Scooby-Doo was Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
It wasn't those guys that created Scooby-Doo. Mm-hmm. It's just the way you like. It's just like I understand like the point you're trying to make, and I agree with you. But it's just like I said, that's just misinformation that they created the character of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, but it's just. And then we talked about like, you know, I talked about like She-Hulk, and like that was the most. I talked about this when we were playing Mario Kart, but that was the most exhausting like show. Just every week, just when there was a new episode, just nonstop shit posting about how awful the show is and and if you don't like the show, like, and it's like, well, if you don't like the show, you're a misogynist, but if you like the show, you're just a massive simp, and like it's like,
yeah, I just hated him at that show. I was just like, get it over.
Like looking like, I'll just say like, like, and it's also kind of crazy that when anyone shows any sort of slight praisal, there'd be huge backlash.
Yeah. Like
Angry Joe shows did not give a full like, this is the worst show I've ever seen review, and he got bombarded with hate. Like it's crazy. And like looking back in the show, like it was just okay. Like it wasn't. I know there's a lot of YouTube video essays that say this is the worst show ever created by mankind, but it really wasn't. It was decent. I've seen worse, but it wasn't also really great. I just feel like, it was so like trying to be like quirky, like counterculture kind of thing, where it's like, where like it's kind of like the Velma trailer where they're just like poking, the bear. Like you're not doing it. You're not making it better. Like it's like you're just kind of antagonizing people who are pandering
the audience,
and it's just like, you know, it doesn't help.
Yeah.
And then, you know, of course, Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Everyone's so mad that she's black.
I don't mind when they make black characters. I prefer it if they make original characters and they don't take white characters and change them to black, even if it doesn't have.
Matt just said he does not like white erasure.
I'm a racist. I'm sorry. I hate black people. Every time I see a black person, I just mutter the N-word to myself, and I want to say to them, "Go back to Africa."
It's.
I feel like I don't mean it. By the way, I don't mean it.
It's like, but like the thing is that everyone just thinks there's this black and white, like, debate about this.
Yeah.
That's just and this is for a lot of things too. This isn't just for like wokeness or anything. But my problem is just when they do, a lot of times when they do include a person, like mainly gay people, they make them a stereotype anyway.
Yeah.
A great example of not doing that was the new Hellraiser movie. The creator of Hellraiser is openly gay, and I talked to my buddy about this. They had a gay couple in the movie, and you know what they did? Made them like real fucking people and not overly flamboyant, and like they made them actual fucking people. Yeah. Like not like the stereotype. And he was like, well, I wouldn't. And he's like, well, since he's openly gay, like he wouldn't do that obviously. But I was like, I'm just saying, it's nice that they wrote gay people as like this, not like stereotypes sort of way,
not like this like, overly annoying,
flamboyant, person. Always for comedic purposes. Yeah. Like black people was the same thing. Like they were always the comedic relief, or the stereotype of the black woman always being like this tough shell kind of character, like, and it's still going on. Like,
it is.
Just because you include it doesn't mean it's going to be written well.
Yeah.
Like, they just write them as people.
And that isn't saying, like, there isn't a possibility that you can do that with those specific stereotypes and do it, like, what am I trying to say?
Not like your intention.
You can do it correctly.
Yeah.
But if it's over the top, it's going to be, like, noticed.
Yeah, it's... So that's why I just was like, like, it's not like a... like, it's a very... And it's kind of crazy. And then people just... Whenever they announce something, like, for example, there was a while ago, they created a new version of Spider-Man that was gay. And everyone just jumped on the thing that it was Peter Parker. It wasn't. They actually made a new character. Mm-hmm. And people were still mad about it.
Who? Dick Parker?
It's actually kind of funny because I think Peter Parker's father's name is Richard, so he technically...
Yeah.
His father's technically Dick Parker.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, like, it's like...
I think you told me
Because that's what they always... That's what happens when they make someone this, or they just make a new character, and they do, and they're still mad about it.
Yeah.
That just shows who they are.
You can't win with
either
side.
You can't.
Because, like, I don't know, man. Because if you make, like, a stereotype male, it's just going to be, like, the people who are on the left-leaning side are going to be like, they always have this spotlight. But if you make, like, the opposite, the right people are just going to be like, oh, my God, now they're pandering. You just can't meet in the middle. No matter what. Like, if you make if you make a white male character, the right wingers is going to be like, okay, cool. But if you say he's gay once, it's like, oh, now you're pandering. Cool. Boycott. Fuck you.
Yep.
And then they take pictures of dead wild animals.
Like, and you gotta, and it's, and they also did on the other side too. Like, you remember with Halloween Kills, there was a massive petition because Michael killed that gay couple.
That's so stupid. It's just
and they just said he's homophobic.
Oh, gay people.
But then, and then in that literal same movie, the other side did a petition that, like, when Michael killed the firefighters, and they were like, Michael's like, that's so messed up. Like, how could he kill the firefighters? Like,
yeah,
okay,
like
it's just a mess. Like, everyone's just so like, it's
everyone is so politically charged that it's just like they want to complain about anything.
Yeah,
and they just don't think. It's just, I don't
know. Honestly, I'm fine. I'm fine with, like, even if it's like a political message, like, I'm fine with it as long as it's not too on the nose.
Yeah.
I also find it hilarious that right wing people love The Boys, even though The Boys is actively making fun of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the little main antagonist of the show is a blonde-haired dude who literally like is so radical and like if you look at like season 3, like the whole thing is just so many parallels to Trump. It's like yeah, it might be a little too on the nose sometimes, but like
I think they want that though.
Yeah,
they want it to be on the nose because right won't notice. They're too stupid.
Yeah, like I said, they literally love and they're loving a show that they're actively making fun of them.
And you right wingers respond to that. I also think left wing is also stupid.
Yeah,
both of you are stupid. So there's that.
Yeah, and like when we go back to She-Hulk, like that argument of like if you show any sort of criticism of the show, you're a misogynist, you know.
Yeah.
But like, so like I haven't seen any of those things directly, but I know that's the thing because I think with the again going back to Velma, you know Moist Critical, right?
Yeah.
He did the live stream where he was watching the trailer and he was showing any sort of criticism about it and people just started attacking him on his chat like are you what?
People just do that to him anyways. Like there was like this one thing he's reacting to, like radioactive shit, and like someone was like brought up bananas and someone in the chat was like, but there's no radioactive shit in bananas, and then he was like, there's radio shit in everything. Are you stupid? And that's just what Twitch is. By the way, Twitch is having their own shit happen as well.
Oh my god, yeah. You know what? The only thing I know about Twitch is that streamer and her domestic violence thing.
Like, oh yeah, that too.
Amaranth.
Yeah. Like, that's fucked. If
I will say I just want to get this out there that I've always known she was like I think I've had like I always found her attractive since like high school. Like that's how far back. So, but I had no idea about any of this.
Yeah. Well, because
it's kind of
she was supposed to keep it hidden anyways.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but yeah, like I know, but it was like well, her husband made her like hide that she was single, but like that she wasn't single, I should say. Yeah. I'm sorry. Which, you know, that's just something that all models and content creators do.
Yeah, because they have to pretend they're single.
Yeah, they achieve that male gaze sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Because they.
So I'm not trying to like I'm not trying to say like her situation was like he was justified. He's clearly like when those phone calls, like I watched like clips of it. They made me so uncomfortable. I was like,
you can literally.
So I'm not trying to defend him by saying like, well, that's what people do, like sort of thing. I think that shouldn't have been her decision, not his. I
do see what you're saying. But there's some people.
What I'm saying is, I'm just trying not to make it seem like I'm defending him by saying that. That's what people.
It's just some people just probably.
Like I said, that shouldn't have been her decision to be like. That shouldn't have been her decision.
Yeah.
Not his. He was deciding everything, and what's super fucked up is this other Twitch streamer decided to cosplay as her and like make jokes about it. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
And even worse is she is mid.
Which one?
The one who cosplayed.
Oh yeah, she's mid. Amaranth's definitely not mid. I'm sorry. Like, definitely not. In my opinion, at least. You can.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Jake's down bad, guys. He's simping for an OnlyFans go. Which, by the way, I have my opinions about that.
What is that?
OnlyFans and sex work.
All right, what is it?
It might be a little controversial. I'm okay with people doing it.
Yes.
But I would not date anyone who would do it personally, because I don't want people jerking off to my girlfriend and her boyfriend if I had one who did it. You know, it's just I don't want that kind of life to worry about like random people.
Yeah.
I don't know, jerking off to my significant other. So I'm okay with people doing it. It's just like
That's understandable.
I don't know. I just wouldn't want that personally.
It just reminds me of the iDubbbz thing. It was just like he
People
was like
calling
he was
him a
so
cuck.
he was so like defensive about it too.
Yeah.
He's like it was that whole thing was a mess too. But you know what? Like it's your body, man.
Exactly. You do what you gotta do, but if you do it, chances of me like actually liking you back in that significant way are just like down to probably like a 5% at best. Like I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
not
It's-
who I would
it's-
date
Yeah.
personally.
You know, I would imagine on like their side that it would probably be hard too, because
Yeah.
like you're so involved in that work and that you probably don't have like time and like it's you know like it's not really a like I said for like a lot of things it's not like a black and white sort of thing where there's like a right answer and a wrong answer. It's just it's a lot of middle road.
Kind of like I don't know. Sex work is just like it's a part of life, just sex in general, but like it's just such a like personal, revealing. I don't know if there's a better word for that. Like it's like just a out there kind of job to have, and yeah, I don't know. It's because people are like really high on that subject too, you know? Like, if you are even against it, you're called out for, like, an incel or just anything like that, you know? And it's just like, whatever, man. I don't care. Because, like, I've shared my thoughts with other people about it, and they're like, oh, you incel. It's like, no, I just don't know why I would want to force myself to be with someone who reveals their ass to people and also shoves a 12-inch dildo up their ass. I'm not I don't know why I would want to date someone with a reputation. You know those streets where it's just like OnlyFans girls saying like, why wouldn't a guy want a OnlyFans girlfriend? It's like, cause you fuck anything you see.
Yeah, I mean this isn't even just besides OnlyFans. This is just like
Just
Twitch streamers and
sex work in general.
yeah, but I'm also referring to like
just
just actual girls
fucking
Twitch
on
stream.
Twitch.
Yeah,
Like
Twitch.
that one girl did a few months ago.
What?
You didn't know about that?
Didn't know about what?
A Spanish girl fucked her boyfriend on live
Ah.
stream. And you could see it in a reflection. You don't fuck in front of windows when there's a camera.
24-hour stream.
More like 30 seconds. Am I right?
Yeah, I
just
did
take
not
it or
know.
leave it.
Yeah, but like, what I was trying to say is like just like influencer girls in general. I could imagine it's just like not like the same like extreme as like for like sex work, but like
Yeah.
I feel like I'd still be very weirded out. Like I think I talked about it on like a Nerd Vibe. Like I do have this crush on this girl who's like kind of an influencer, but unlike others, I saw her in person.
Yeah.
And she doesn't live.
You felt the touch
She
of her.
doesn't live far from us either.
Yeah.
So, like, but and she's older than me. But it's like, but it just kind of made me realize like it's like, if I really don't know how I feel if like every time she posts a selfie, there'd be like so many comments of just dudes being like, "Oh, you're so beautiful. You're so
Yeah.
hot." Like, I don't know how I'd feel. That'd make me like just very insecure and just uncomfortable. Like,
Yeah.
like obviously like so I'm kind of in the same boat with you with like sex work, but like obviously not to the extreme like of like what sex work is, but like like it's still like kind of
Yeah.
like I don't know how I'd feel about that. Just that I would know that guys are constantly chasing
like-
her. Like there would be some like sort of like pride, I guess, being like yeah, I got
Yeah.
her, but like
What
like
is
but
that
like I said,
bitch?
I'd still feel uncomfortable
Yeah.
about it.
I think down the road, like, because I'm always going to be mostly interested in people my age. So let's say I'm 40, I'm not going to really care about that much, honestly. It's mainly, like, these kinds of ages that we're in right now, like low 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were teens, it was even worse because, like, I don't know. Just think of like the general people who watch porn, like either like just, I mean, I
very
guess we're both
depressed,
that. Lonely people, specifically older people. So, like, any girl I was interested in and was with, I just would think about like these. I would just picture them doing that stuff, you know, and them getting messages like from these weird older guys, like, "Hey, hey, baby, you're beautiful." It's like, no, I don't want that.
I mean, even with their high school, they probably do. Like, it's just important, just very gross and very unfortunate that they have to go through that shit.
Yeah, because I've pulled some. I'm not gonna say
I've pulled none.
Yeah,
even like in like high school, like high school, I was always trying to pull girls who are way out of my league.
Yeah, yeah. I think kind of the same. For some reason, I was able to like be in a talking stage though. Even though in high school, like I never really asked for contact with them. I was just always like, hey, in person and shit.
I feel like it was mainly for me with high school. Is I always followed them on social media, so I could message them, and I did, and then I would be left on red.
Yeah, like I just never.
I think I said it in a Let's Play like so long ago, but I used to be really bad, like not like awful,
I think you
but
said
like
it in a Mario Kart video.
Yeah,
well.
Like it wasn't not like extreme, like I hate you, like just that like that talking to yourself kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
just blowing. I would just, but I would be like that, very straightforward, like, you know, I think you're very beautiful, and like, but like I said, I was in high school, so it's like,
yeah, like
I didn't know better. I didn't know better.
Yeah, and you know better now not to do that right away.
Yeah, I'm like I told you, like with this girl, like I'm too scared to DM her.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm too scared.
I still have trouble every so often. I have like, you know, things I still have to figure out. Anyways, that's obvious due to the fact that I haven't pulled in real life yet. I've only pulled online, which, depending on who you are, probably doesn't count or not. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, I'm now a bit more confident that I will, like, after high school, that I'm a bit more confident that I will just message, like, asking them out. So I'm I don't get anything back. I'm like, you know, I have been like a little flirty with a couple like girls, like, but like, you know, I haven't like had a conversation with them.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that like if I do, like, they don't, like, because I feel like if I was in high school, like the same thing, they would, like, I've kind of had a pattern with like high school. If I was like kind of being like complimentary, they'd kind of be like ill gross kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like, but with like now, it's like they would be like, you know, thank you, and that makes me happy. Like even like it's like not even like for like that they like me, but it's just like at least you don't find me repulsive.
Yeah, I think I had almost something similar in high school, because like I think we both had like this similar. This is gonna sound so fucking like middle schoolish, but like I think we had the same amount of like popularity, where we were well known, but like we didn't have all that many close friends, something like that.
Everyone knew me as the fucking special needs dude.
You were the
reject,
the glasses Jacksepticeye, because you dyed your hair green.
Oh my god, I did.
It's like the shirts you're wearing now.
You know what? I'll be honest. I never liked this color.
That's a very disgusting color.
It is, but
Okay, then
I'm just wearing it because it matches.
It's just a neon.
Yeah, but
yellow green lime thing.
Yeah, so when I did dye my hair, first of all, this was the only time I dyed my hair.
Yeah.
It was very painful. The bleach process was very painful. I was in excruciating pain. I know people who dye their hair are gonna call me like a pussy or whatever, but it did hurt, and this was my first time.
Yeah.
But when I did dye my hair at first, it was that more bright green, recognizable green shape. Yeah. But then as it faded, it would turn into this color, and I didn't like that.
Yeah.
But I wanted to keep it. I did want to keep it for like junior year. But they didn't want. My parents did not want me to re-dye it. They kept forcing me to get a haircut, so they would just cut the dyed strands of my hair out. So it just kind of after a while just kind of faded out.
Yeah.
I remember feeling like so confident in myself when I got it. I think I did recolor it to give it that green back, but I felt so good that day. I was like. Everyone just stared. Everyone just kind of looked at me though. It was like because they didn't expect that from me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was good. I like. I wish I get a haircut often, so I can't like grow my hair out to dye it again. But I like now I would do like a different color.
Yeah.
But also like that style of dyeing your hair, that was so 2016. Yeah. Just doing the top, just doing the top and just leaving your sides. Like Markiplier did that. Jack.
Yeah.
Like so I wouldn't do that again.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if I'd ever dye my hair. I'm the only one out of my siblings who hasn't dyed my hair.
Yeah.
I'm the only one with natural hair color right now. Because I'm natural beauty and they're fake as fuck.
You know.
One of them is moving to Texas.
Oh, yeah.
So Texas is getting another blonde woman. Good for them.
I know, it's like I like, you know, I always wish I could just my parents are just so adamant that I constantly get a haircut, like that I wish I could just grow my hair out. Like not even like long, but just like enough that there's like, just like, you know, depth, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like there's like length. But it's also just with my hair, like my hair always sticks up. It's called like
mine did that too. Mine's
called like cowlick or something, like cowlick because they call it because it's like a cowlick to your. But it's like the sides of my thing always like stick up. It's fucking annoying. Like I remember like getting ready for school, like I would have to wet my hair just so it didn't look like shit, or I would take a towel and just rub it all, like just put it around all over my head just so it looked like flatter.
Yeah.
But it was annoying. I just think it's just because my hair is not meant to be like longer like that. I think that's why.
How long would you plan on going it out?
I don't know.
A couple of inches or.
But like the haircuts now, like back when like I would go with my dad, we would go. They would just straight up buzz me, like buzz cuts sort of shit. But like now, like you like obviously because my hair is still like short, but like when I get a haircut now on my own, I don't go like full.
Yeah, you
just just trim just so I can keep hair.
Yeah.
And I do worry that I will go bald, and if I do, I'm gonna wear a wig, and I don't care what anyone fucking says.
You're gonna wear a toupee.
Yeah. I don't. It's just something I just fear because it's like everyone in all like the men in my family like do, like my dad.
Yeah.
My grandpa doesn't, weirdly, but like all my uncles, they're bald.
I definitely hate the stigma. I mean, not sigma. I hate the stigma of baldness because like I don't I know people get made fun of it.
It's not like I'm like I don't. It's just I just know that I would not look good bald.
I wouldn't. I'm.
That's just why I
my
know it's
head
like
shape is just so.
It's
weird.
just an insecurity of mine. It's just like I just don't feel comfortable with it. Like I just don't think I'd look good. And like,
I wouldn't either because like I can't imagine being.
So
bald.
that's why if I do like
I hated having short hair. So like I couldn't imagine being bald and not growing hair back.
like it. So like if I do, I'm just gonna do like.
I think I would just wear hats straight up all the time, like I do right now.
And like even like with hair, it's like facial hair. Like I stopped growing my beard out. It got my when I grow a beard, like it's not like a full beard, but there's a lot of like gaps. So I kind of got insecure about it. So
I'm gonna be straight up. I think you look generally really good with a beard.
Thank you.
I'm just saying that just not to be gay.
You forgot to say no homo. You didn't say no homo.
I'm partially homo.
But no, it's just like it didn't like, and they're very like messy too. Like to care like stuff gets in your beard and it's just
then I'll just trim it occasionally.
Yeah, but it's just I don't know.
I would grow my beard out, but like I hate sleeping with it.
But like I said, there was like a lot of like when I wanted a beard, I wanted a full beard, but I would have like these like gaps in the beard that look very like blotchy or whatever. Like,
I think I know what you're talking about.
Like spots.
There's more hair than
there's like there's like a gap like this, like it doesn't connect.
Oh.
Like the sides like by like my mouth, they don't like connect. Like as like you would expect for like a beard. So
so like the things right here.
Lower like.
Right here,
like the side of your lips. Like, you know, like that, like that connect.
Your cheeks, basically.
Yeah. Like they don't connect.
I kind of have that as well.
So it's like, so it's just like, if I want a beard, I want a full, like even like my mustache area or whatever, like they don't connect. Like there's just a gap and it just looks weird. So it's like, and I know that's because we're young and like they say that once you get older, your beard will start to like connect and like get like that like how you want it. But like I said, it's just I know some people liked it, but I just didn't.
Yeah, it's whatever you want to do,
Yeah.
It's your face.
Yep.
I think I would want a beard, but like it's just my facial hair is just awkward.
Yeah.
It's like it's just in all one patchy place, and I want a full beard, not like just this whatever this is. Because like, I'm sure people have seen my beard.
Yeah, but it saves me a trip to the barber anyway, because that's what they would do. I would go to the barber with my dad. But now I go to a salon. I know that's not very manly. But...
I go to a salon as well. I prefer a salon.
Yeah. Yeah. For real.
Well, I went to my dad's barber twice back in 2020 when I got my haircut short.
Yeah.
Short.
So for me, I went to a barber shop, but my dad really liked the guy that did our hair and beard. So when he left to go to another one, we went to that one. But then he opened his own place in like very obviously I'm not gonna say where, but like very far out from where we are.
How many miles?
It's like might be a half hour, I think. But it's like, why would I drive a half hour?
It's not necessarily that bad.
It's not awful. Yeah. Like, why would I? So I, but I don't need to go anymore because I don't have I shave like every few days. So
yeah, I shave like every 2 weeks. I go shaving tomorrow.
So I go to a salon. Yeah, he wrote it down.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I hated short hair, honestly. Like, I don't remember if, like... You probably remember when I had short hair. It was only just 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I hated it. It didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like myself at all.
Yeah, I would...
I feel comfortable in longer
you got
hair.
You got the Patrick Bateman going on right now.
Yeah. Like, I just feel more natural with long hair. Hair that is at least, like, right here.
Yeah, that's where I want to be. Oh.
There you go.
That's where I want to be. Like, but it's like I said, I don't think I can be able to because of like my I don't know what if it's a medical thing or whatever, but like I wish I could.
With what? Growing your hair?
No, like the mess like spike like the bed head natural. The bed head just
I had to go through that. I had to go through that as well. Like once you get through that phase, it's only like a couple weeks. Then like you can do whatever.
Oh no! Like I have this like.
Well, I'm talking about like when it spikes up. Because my hair does that as well.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. But like I said, like I wish I could, but like I know because I remember when I was helping my best friend pack. I was at her house helping her pack. That was a rough day, but when I was helping, I think that was the first time I called out of work like ever. I think it was. That was the first time I called out of work.
Yeah.
But no, I was sitting with her and her friends. We were just chatting. And I was like, we were talking. I said, I did want to grow like my hair out, and like maybe I do want medium length hair so I can like. Oh, at the time do like the curl and stuff, but
yeah.
They were like I said about interest of me growing out my hair, and they were like, no, you wouldn't want that. They both had a mutual ex, so they were like, our ex is like long hair and he looks like gross and stuff. So I was like, all right. Well, I wish I could just have more volume to my hair. I would say. So it's like if I do end up going bald or whatever, I'm just gonna wear a wig so I can actually achieve. Because like I said, I am wearing a wig for my Halloween costume.
Yeah.
But that's because one, I just got my hair cut and I did do a try on with the mask, and it just like for Phantom of the Opera, and it's like it didn't really like for me. It just when I looked in like my phone camera, it didn't look like the Phantom for me. It just looked like, and in the story, he does wear a wig, so it's accurate. But when I did get my wig, I have to style it. I think I have to wet down because it does have like some sticking up. But when I did it and I put the mask on, I felt so much better. Yeah. Like it's like I should have. There's no like my Halloween costume has no business giving me any sort of confidence in myself. And I'm really excited. And I took Halloween off. I'm so excited to wear the whole thing. I'm actually excited. Like I am. I don't want to. I don't mean if I'm turning this into a nerd vibe if I ask this, but would you be interested in Phantom of the Opera? Like
maybe. When is it?
It's a complicated character because there's so many different interpretations of it. But the one I'm doing is from the musical.
Oh.
But there's a horror version and like my favorite one like silent film. So, but I watched the musical. There's the musical that's available like to rent and stuff that they did like theatrical, which is literally called like the definitive version of it and like the best version of it that I watched, and I was like, this is really good. And like the music's really good, but it's like I don't mean to turn this into a nerd vibe just talking about it, but like it's just about this like girl named Christine who she's like this like backup singer in this like opera house, hence Phantom of the Opera, and the Phantom, he's very drawn to her. Yeah. And I and what's weird with like the Phantom is like, for me at least, it's like, how people that like they're that just like me meme where it's like those toxic characters.
Oh, you just like me for real.
Yeah, that the Phantom's mine. Like, and it's like I did make a post on like my status. I was like, I like how everyone is just their toxic character they relate to is like Patrick Bateman, but mine is just this dude who lives under an opera house. But because what I find him relatable is he has those like toxic like qualities that we've all probably had at one point with like when we had a crush on someone.
Racism?
No, not racism.
Oh, like never mind.
Just like the that jealousy sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
Because it's the musical it's like this kind of love triangle between the Phantom, her, and her childhood like sweetheart, and but he gets like super like possessive and jealous and about this guy, but he's like so enthralled with her, and obviously he doesn't get her at the end.
Then he just like me for real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He doesn't get her at the end, but like she does like, and like, but with the Phantom, he has this deformity. That's why he wears a mask. He's like deformed, and like so he kind of lives. He lives because he feels like kind of shunned from the world because of the way he looks, and like there's a line in like the musical very because the whole like final act. Like, I'm sorry if I'm spoiling, but if you want to watch it sometime, like if you're down, if you want to review a musical, like I'm down. It was very good. Like like he was like, you know, the childhood sweetheart was like, show some compassion. He was like, you know, the world showed no compassion to me. Like he was like, you know, like the freak show sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's very like good, and I like the music was also really good. So like, but it's just like I feel like even if like he is toxic, but like I feel like there's still some qualities to him that people like do see themselves as, or that they've had feelings of at one point. Like we've probably all had that one crush that we were like, you saw her with another dude and you were just so heartbroken and like, oh my god, like I'm so sad and like miserable and
yesterday. What?
Yeah. So it's like, you know, and like, you know, I was gonna but you know, I love the musical. Like it's so good. And like
I love High School Musical. It's my favorite trilogy.
Like I know I could explain this a bit more, but it's like kind of like with her, it's just this like progression that she becomes a backup singer, but with the Phantom sort of tutors her to become like a better singer, and she rises from being like a backup singer or whatever they're called for like operas and stuff to being like the main lead star and stuff. But like yeah. So, you know, it's not like if you kind of look at it, it's not like well, I will recommend, like, if you want to like know about all the versions of Phantom of the Opera, Lindsay Ellis did a 2-parter about all the versions of Phantom of the Opera, and they're like the more horror versions, the more. I personally like horror Phantom more because like, you know, horror vibe, but you know, I still find the musical version very compelling. Like, it's also why the character is so interesting, because there's just so many different interpretations that you like. So yeah,
you get to see full out.
Yeah. So like I said, if you want to review a musical, like the first musical for the channel, and I'm kind of sad that it's actually closing. It was like the longest running show on Broadway for like 30 years, and it's closing. Because you know why? Because of COVID and episode.
Fucking puss.
Yeah, it goes right back. COVID affected the fucking and like it's actually like for real, like it was seriously affected by the pandemic, and like because it's like, you know, even like besides like pandemic, like it's just like streaming and stuff, like people just rather would watch a movie than go to a musical or a play.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Or do like theater. It's very unfortunate.
It is.
I do feel bad that it's closing, because maybe I wanted to go see it on Broadway one day. Maybe I did, but now I can't, and I'm really sad about it.
It seems like today. I mean, it seems like that day is today.
For what? Seeing
it on Broadway.
Why?
Because you clearly want to see it on Broadway.
Yeah, I'm going to New York right now. Like, let's.
Yeah, we're actually recording this in a New York studio. Live audience. The reason they're not.
Yeah, then we're gonna go see. Yeah, we somehow were able to afford tickets to Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, it's about to start.
You know, it's and like Hamilton's also. I heard Hamilton's like really expensive too, because it's that expensive that joke on Impractical Jokers, the running gag. Like, have you seen Hamilton? I got tickets.
Is it in the later episodes? Because I haven't watched the later seasons.
Oh no, I think that was when I was watching. I haven't watched any of the later seasons either. I'm sad about Joe leaving, and just I watched a couple. I watched an episode or so with like that they would just bring in a celebrity guest and just like it was still funny, but it's just like
it just doesn't mesh.
It's not the same without Joe.
It's not Joe. Who's Joe? Joe Mama. Joe Mama Obama.
Yeah, it's like 4:30. Maybe we should like start our movie. Okay, so we're gonna watch a movie. Then we're gonna do a nerd vibe about it. Yeah, so we're doing in like 2 podcasts in like 1 session.
So get the fuck out.